Alright. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the latest Fire Emblem series. Today we're going to be doing some Fire Emblem Engage randomized. I really don't know to start this, so to start off, I'm going to give everyone a look at the settings I will be using, since I already have everything that I want set. Just for information, I'll be using the Draconic Vibe Crystal Randomizer, as you can see, due to it having a lot of really cool features that I will hope to be using throughout the entire run. If anyone else with... God, okay. There's also some other mods I'm using, like just some custom emblem mods, some quality of life mods. Otherwise, everything is going to be completely as you can see here. So we're going to be using we're gonna be using male Aleer this time. Alright. We will be naming him Kai. Birthday doesn't really matter, so we're just gonna go like that. Hard mode, classic, random growths, no network, start the game. Thanks to the quality of life mod that I have, we should immediately jump to chapter 1 and skip over the prologue. We should see... Yep, there it is, the loading screen, and we get a little sneak peek at who Aleer's replacement is going to be. This quality of life mod automatically skips all cutscenes as well, so we aren't going to have to worry too much about any of that. Ooh, okay. These are certainly some... Louis! Alright. So, let's quickly talk about what this mod is currently randomizing. Forgive the slow game. That's just how it's going to be for a little bit. It should get better after just a bit. But let's start with Lord Amber. So the class randomizes and gives, so naturally he's now an axe cav instead of a lord, but he's still a cav, so he keeps his unique outfit. That's neat. And his personal skill gets randomized too, with a big pool, as you saw with the settings. Piercing Glare is now his personal. I don't really like this skill. Who knows, I may end up using it. But let's get through the chugging so we can take a look at his growth rates. He has an 80% in HP, pretty good, 15% build, 35% strength, 50% magic, 40% dex, 45% speed, 80% defense, 55% res, and 20% luck. So he wants to be a mage. Oh boy. If I had a nick, I've done plenty of Engage randomized runs, and if I had a nickel for every time I got a unit that randomized into a physical class and had a high magic growth, I'd probably have $1 at this point. But whatever, let's look at our Jagen. Also, you may notice the level. The quality of life mod shows the unit's internal level rather than their displayed level. You'll see when I zoom in here that it shows 115, which means he promoted at level 15. He's got Sandstorm as a personal skill. With 19 defense, it's not bad. But let's take a look at those growth rates. 25% HP, no build, 60% strength, 40% magic, 55% dex, 65% speed, 105% defense, 60% res, 45% luck. Okay, I'd say this is a pretty good Jagen. He's tanky, and he has decent growth rates and everything except HP. And with a really good... And Sandstorm is a really good personal. If he procs Sandstorm, he can kill this guy immediately, which This is a route map, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just see what happens. Unga bunga! Oh, he missed. Oh, whatever. Let's get Amber in. Let's take a look at this combat forecast. Not bad. Amber's got some pretty nice bases here. Oh, right.
There are too many of them.
Nell? Wait, she's just in her regular class. Okay, a quick thing about these green units here. I have learned that that's not actually what their class is going to be. Their classes here as green units aren't actually going to be their classes when I recruit them. So Nell might actually be a different class. Oh, we could peek at their personal skills though. That is something that will be consistent. So hopefully at least one of them has a good personal. I mean, it doesn't really matter. These are the clan and Fram replacements. So while they have a lot of potential, they are probably not going to end up that good considering the low starting level and higher investment requirement. But let's take a look. Nell has Anchor as personal. That's kind of situational. I don't think it's very good. And Rosado has Dart Warding Stance. Okay, that's a respectable personal skill. Oh. Huh. Yeah. I didn't realize he was an Axe Flyer. I'll talk about that in a bit. Let's... Aw, dang it. Vander stole all the kills. Louis stole all the kills. Come on. Yeah, Amber. Oh yeah, you may have also noticed the fact that some of these enemies are a little unique. That's because the randomizer I'm using can set them to be random characters with random hair colors. But regardless, let's take a look at our emblem. Emblems are completely randomized. So this is the Micaiah slot emblem, and it's Panette. So the Fail Not, this is the, I believe that is Emblem Violet's Fail Not. That doesn't really matter. So the Arm Shield and Seal Strength as sync skills, Eclipse Brace Plus and Astra Storm with the Fail Not. No, this is a really good emblem, actually. What are the stat boosts? +1 movement, +2 strength, and +2 luck at base. That's really good. Oh yeah, this emblem is good. Alright, let's go. Eclipse Brace Plus. While at the start, Eclipse Brace might not be the greatest. Oh, right. I forgot about Louis. Let's go, Louis. It's not going to be the greatest because with low defenses on enemies, it's not going to be as impactful. But later on, it's going to be pretty good. Hopefully all this,
I feel the potential.
Hopefully this low frame rate gets, fixed later. Alright, let's just take this guy out for EXP. Hi. Yep.
Hope is on our side.
What is Piercing Glare even good for? Like, it blocks 4 spaces diagonally, so it blocks these 4 spaces. Which means it keeps them from attacking from 2 range, but only on specific tiles? I really can't see how that's useful. I'll plop Louis there. Yep, they're definitely going to go for Amber.
Still stand.
Yep, and we'll get to. We'll take a look at Astra Storm before the engage runs out.
By any means necessary.
Yeah, okay, that was a black Fail Not bow.
I feel the potential.
Yeah, so this is Edelgard's Fail Not. All right, strength and magic on a first level up. That's fine. Getting strength is fine because it helps him while he's in this axe cav class. Which, as the Lord, I'm gonna need to get him into a magic class at some point. We'll have to see which ones are good. Because class growths and the skills learned by the classes are all randomized. I want to save over this because I don't want to save over my personal file. But yeah, that was Amber. Amber and Lou. We're just going to skip through the cutscenes. And I'll get to show another little quality of life thing. I can just click this button and get all the items off in exploration. That'll make these a very quick.
Let's head to the castle.
Getting to play as Amber. Let's go. I am the alpaca wrangling master. It's one of my more preferred characters in the game. I do quite like Amber, so I am glad that we got him as a lord for this. But regardless, I do have to wonder when we're going to end up getting a Lear and such. But we'll see that when we get there. Oh yeah, right now it's not as apparent, but I do have it set to where enemies will always randomize and have skills. It's just that in these early chapters, there's a failsafe to prevent that, soft locking, where it's not quite possible for all the enemies to have skills. But we can take a look at our two new units. First, Nell the Lance Armor. Nell, because Nell just is our main way of obtaining Fellstones. So we get the Fellstone and the Fellslay Stone from her, so we can give that to anyone who can go into either her or Rafal's class. Let's take a look at our growth rates. 45% HP, 10% strength, 55% strength. Oh, that's 10% build. 55% strength, 75% magic, 15% dex, 60% speed, 65% defense, 20% res, and 40% luck. Well, there's another nickel for me. Oh boy, I love when a physical unit gets randomized to have insane magic growths. But whatever, let's take a look at Rosado now. Rosado's an archer. Those base stats are not very inspiring. 45% HP, 25% build. That's actually really high. 40% strength, 35% magic, 20% dex, 40% speed, 30% defense, 65% res, and 65% luck. Wait. Oh god, his growth rates are bad too. His bases are bad, his growths are bad.
Hey,
I think Rosado is just bad.
This isn't so bad.
No, it is bad, Louis. We don't have as many good units as we could have.
Was that sufficient?
Alright. Yeah, we get it. All the tutorial stuff. Hiya! Use Nell for chip. I'll probably not be using Nell or Rosado at all. Rosado just, like, genuinely sucks as a unit. So there's not much I could do to use him. And Nell is literally the same case as Amber here, where she wants to be a mage desperately. So that'd be a second seal that she's competing for that Amber wants, and Amber's a higher priority because he's Lord. Yep. We will set Rosado there. All right. And we're just going to take out Lumera with
Emblem engage.
Emblem engage. I didn't show off this animation last chapter. You get to see Panette there. But let's go ahead and just take out Lumera.
There is no need to hold.
There's no need to hold back, my child.
All right.
All right. Lumera actually just looks like herself. This is not typical.
So
It's probably just part of the whole failsafe thing with the early game. Arc Rival. Ooh, I like this. This is one of the Emblem. Is it? And then Wind God and Staff Proficiency. Oh, Staff Proficiency is
Let's
good.
move on.
Okay. I like me
All right.
Staff Profs
If
on
everyone
Amber
is in position.
because Staff Proficiencies on Amber means that he will be able to, whatever you call it, get into a mage class. Okay. So, it looks like Emblem Sigurd is now Emblem Reinhardt. Reinhardt is excluded partially from the pool. He still gets randomized skills, as you can see, with Renewed Carnage, Seconds, and Friendly Boost. And he's giving the Dire Thunder, which is his weapon. Emblem weapons are randomized, so I don't know if this is going to be... I don't know if this is just indicative of the randomizer not sure what to do here, or if he actually is going to give Dire Thunder. Can you do enough chip damage? You do 6. You do 20. That sucks, man. That is genuinely really bad.
Yes.
Rosado, you just suck. If this is a defeat Lumera map, which it is, I can just Astra Storm from all the way over here. So I legitimately don't have to worry about anything. Hiya!
My apologies.
Yeah, it looks like the game's running a little smoother. It's still a bit choppy, but what can you do? Nice 0 damage, Sephoria. Hiya!
Still good.
Alright, let's get Seed all down right here. Bop.
I did it!
Hey, Diamant, I did it. I don't see Diamant. I don't see Diamant anywhere around here, Amber. Hey, I think Amber might be a little delusional here. Regardless, this map is practically over. So let's just go ahead and end it. Shall we? Astra Storm.
This is certainly more of a challenge.
Nothing has happened.
Your enemies will not. What a delight it is to see you.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary. Pelt you with a hailstorm of magic arrows.
Oh, sorry.
I will still find it
You've won.
very weird that they use that defeat quote when you take out Lumera in this battle, and they didn't just give her a unique one. I'm pretty sure it's not even the same defeat quote. Oh, a little bit of chugging. I'm pretty sure it's not even the same defeat quote as it is for the evil Lumera at the end of the game. Right. Let's give the game the moment to load. We should be able to get in. We should be able to get in chapter 3 as well. Things are going relatively fast. So, oh, the Liberation, right. Once it loads in, because chugging a little, there we go. The Liberation is actually very unique with the randomizer in the case of it just becomes whatever the weapon type of the base class of the Lord. So the liberation is now an axe, which it doesn't change the model of the liberation. So it's still just the same sword, but it does adapt. It does adopt axe animations, which is very nice. So if you'll give me a moment. I am just going to... Oh, whatever. Alright. Let us begin. Alright. So, this map, once again, is locked with the failsafe of not changing classes, but we should see some more skills getting put onto enemies, right? Like we saw at the Axe Guard earlier. No? Huh. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait till chapter 4 for that. But regardless, let's
Awaiting orders.
handle this. Alright. Actually, I get to show off the silly little liberation. It is just the sword, but it adopts axe animations. So it's going to look a little funky in combat, but regardless, let's take a look at what we can do here, because things are going to be a little difficult.
Let us begin.
Without our typical repertoire of units available to us. We don't have a healer is the big thing. So we're running on vulneraries in order to keep all of our units alive. But that should be relatively fine. Hiya!
Yeah, that's the stuff.
I mean, the axe animations don't look too bad on the liberation. It's a little janky, but workable. Louis can just easily handle this side on his own. This is peak Jagan behavior.
How cute am I?
I wish you were usable, Rosato, but you're just gonna die. You're gonna get broken, Amber, but that's alright.
Why?
It's only 5 damage, and next turn we get 3 new units. In in the last few runs I've done of this, Alfred has always been in these 3 unit slots. And in one time, he was literally just randomized into himself, class and all.
There are too many of them.
All right, there they are.
Prince
Here is... Okay, we've got an interesting set of units. Let's start from the right. Yunaka the Sword Fighter with block recovery. When attacking a broken unit with a tome, that's immediately useless on her in her base class. But here's Sword Fighter Yunaka. She's got 25% HP growth, 20% build, 30% strength, 55% magic again, 40% dex, 40% speed, 95% defense, 75% res, and 50% luck. Okay, another unit that wants to be a mage, but she is going to be tanky if I do use her. Let's take a look at this now. Clan the Lord with Augment. Oh, I have to use you now. I really hope he has a good magic growth. 120% HP growth, 15% build, 15% strength, 85% magic. He's getting used. This guy's getting reclassed into a healer ASAP. 30%, 45%, 35% defense, 80% res, and 85% luck. His bases aren't bad. This guy's getting reclassed, though. We augment as a personal skill, busted. And last but not least, Marin the Melusine. This is S-rank Tome Melusine. So this is Celestia's Melusine. Nature Bender. Calculates using damage using the higher strength or magic plus 25% of the lower. Okay, this is actually pretty decent on a mixed attacker class. Let's take a look at her stat. 30% HP growth, 30% build. Okay. 75 strength, 50 magic, 50 dex, 40 speed, 85 defense, 65 res, 20 luck. Those growths are amazing, and her bases aren't that bad. Biggest issue is that she's in a special class, so leveling her is going to be a little difficult. But
I'm honored.
with her stats, I could totally make her work. Yunaka's probably not getting used, but Clan totally is. Clan is in the bow slot. All right, let's just see how much damage you do here. Let's go, Marin. Oh boy, a little bit of chugging issues, but nothing too bad, it seems. And we've only been,
For the divine
I mean, it's
dragon.
barely been any amount of time. All right. Go ahead and get in
We'll
some.
win this battle.
Never mind. Thanks, Clan.
Did you see
I was gonna say go ahead and get in some chip, but that frees up some very useful damage. All right, Rosado, you're gonna get this guy. Hiya! And we're gonna have Nell take this kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your struggle has had an end.
Hi, Yunaka. I'll get her moving. Start moving up Louis as well, and then I will have. Can you? You can't one shot, so I'll just have you use your fail knot. We'll get some healing out of it.
Hope this looks cool.
Okay.
Hope
Oh.
is on our side.
Hope is on our side. Yeah, totally is. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. He doesn't actually get Arc Rival because that's going to be an inherited skill. He is getting Wind God instead, which, yeah, 4-range fail knot. You know, that might be a pretty good... You know what? Louis, you've got that. You've got that in the bag. I'll set Marin here. I'm going to set you, have you Astra Storm. You're going to take out the archer in the back.
If this means survival.
If this means survival. The emblem quotes are going to be Micaiah's.
Feel the potential.
So we'll get to see Emblem Micaiah's quotes with Astra Storm animations. You nearly one shot. I can soften him up with Rosado and get the kill with Clan. It is such a shame Rosado sucks so bad. Right, and pop.
Sort of like that, maybe?
Yes, sort of like that.
Let's
Him being an all-crisp lord is pretty unique. These are actually our first unique classes. The Melusine and the all-crisp lord. All right, boss time.
I have my orders.
It's
No one-
evil Erica. Proxanth. I want to see. I want to see Louis proc Sandstorm at least once for the funny. I know his dex isn't the highest, so the chance isn't that high.
It's not possible.
By good God, Louis is powerful, man. And he's got a good doggo,
You were
too.
beautiful while you lasted.
He's the perfect Jagan. This is a unit I could consider using for the entire playthrough. We will snag this kill with Amber.
Hope is on our side.
Hope is on our side, yes. And we will swoop in with an Elwind and get Marin this final kill.
You're not.
You're not just any soldiers, are you? Yes, I am not just any soldier. Fortify? Oh, right, random enemy drops. I just got a Fortify staff without anyone to use it. That's a little sad, but nothing I can't handle. We should have time for Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is when the meat of the randomizer shows itself. Because Chapter 4 is... Oh! Ugh. Anywho. Chapter 4 is when the fail-saves turn off. So we'll get to see all of my randomization settings in play. That also means we may not recruit the Louis and Chloe replacements. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, though, we are... Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and just pick up the new items. And Louis and Rosado get their support. Yeah, supports are based on the character, not the unit slot. So you'll see. So that means that Amber here only has his base support list, which means the only character so far he supports with is Marin. However, the bond conversations are based...
Micaiah!
Yeah,
Is it true
they're
that
based
you
on
have
the
extra
emblem
powers
slots,
beyond being
as
an
you can
emblem?
see.
I can see glimpses of the future, but
That voice coming from Panette is not at all natural. But that is skill inheritance. And we will simply get moving. I'm going to save the game, though. The way I'm playing this game, it is fairly prone to slight accidents. So I want to be safe. Let's get to the world map and pop into the next map. Actually, no, we don't even do the world map yet. Yeah, we get what we're supposed to be able to see. The basics. Wait an envelope space to completely fill a unit's engage meter. Woohoo! This is so great. Once we get through here and...
Oh no.
Oh no. Alright. So first, Emblem rings. We can give Emblem Reinhardt to someone. He is giving Dire Thunder, and Rising Thunder never really gets randomized by my experience. He gives movement, dex, and speed. We will give you to Marin for now. Emblem Reinhardt. Now, he's supposed to have a custom model, as you can see with his little portrait, but I don't know why it doesn't work for me. So instead, it's just a generic model, which I guess is fine. But because we have Emblem Reinhardt, no, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. We also get, okay, we don't get Reinhardt's bond rings yet. We don't get them until we get Reinhardt's slot. But we do get these three, which, if you notice, have their skills randomized. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give Clan the Alphonse ring. Because flyer movement and just 2 extra movement on a augment healer, I essentially got my own discount Hortensia. As for the rest of them, I will give... I'll give you Sharina because... Alright. And for the last one, we'll just give it to Louis. No reason not to. Build +5. Speed +2 from it. Okay, we do get a sneak peek at our Louis and Chloe replacement. So, Madeline, is this another Celestia Melusine? It's another Celestia Melusine. With Instruct as a personal skill. That's pretty good. And Bosharon is a Rafal Fell Dragon. Coming with the Ruin Stone and the Weight Stone. Huh. And Grasping Void as a personal. Having proc skills as a personal isn't bad. Bosharon's base stats aren't bad. What about Madeline's? She's looking sorta like Marin, but Marin's personal skill is a little bit better. She's better for support. We'll take a look at that stuff when we get there. We'll set up like this, that, and there we go. And once we get in, Gregory.
I am Emblem.
Emblem Kagetsu. Alright, now we can take a look at our new units. We'll come to Gregory in a moment. We'll start with Madeline. So Madeline has, again, pretty decent bases. 25% HP growth. Why are all the HP growth so low? 40% build? Okay. 40% strength. 95% magic. 40% dex. 70% speed. 45% defense. 75% res. 35% luck. She's pretty good. As for Bosharon here, he's got 65% HP, 10% build, 65% strength, 55% magic, 50% dex, 35% speed, 85% defense, 55% res, and 70% luck. He could be pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with him. But, okay. Okay, so... Alright. So the failsafes aren't completely off yet, as I assumed they would be. Because I'm pretty sure I have it set to where enemies have their classes randomized, and I am not seeing a single skill on the enemies either. So the failsafe is still on. But let's take a look at Gregory. Gregory is with Emblem Kagetsu. Mentorship is a personal skill. Let's look at Gregory's growths first. 90% HP, 10% build, 40% strength, 50% magic. Oh no. 80% dex, 65% speed, 40% defense, 85% res, 45% luck. Sorry about that. But again, another unit that wants to be a mage. But let's take a look at his skills. Holy Shield, can't be hit by effective damage. Kagetsu, alright, nice. Quality Time, pretty nice. Sword Guard and Great Ether. And he gets the Crimson Blade, which calculates damage using the lower of foe's defense or res. Which is very nice. So it means you'll always it'll always be doing the highest damage it can. So if I were to hit the Armored Knight, it would hit its 1 resistance for a lot of damage. I also forgot to give people those the weapons that they should have gotten. But oh well. Yeah, I know I can visit villages. Villages do have randomized rewards.
Legend begins.
Oh my god, it does. I don't know why he doesn't start with weapons equipped going into this. The Lollychop is stronger than the Liberation? Oh, right. Because the Liberation still has stats as though it were a sword. It only has a might of 6. Right. I forget that its stats don't get altered to fit the new weapon type. It literally is just the Liberation. But this should be a pretty easy chapter. I should get through it in just
You have my attention.
in a quick
With pride.
bit. Definitely going to need to do some finagling with the Louis and Chloe squad up there.
Oblivion is near.
That was cool, was it not?
Because this map is built with Louis and Chloe in mind over this
I'm ready for
Boucheron and that
war.
Madeline. Yeah, because he is not killing that.
What are my orders?
Yeah, okay. I can Wodao. Yeah. Let's go, Madeline. Hiya.
No need to praise me.
I think setting Boucheron here like you would with Louis should work. He's got a 2-range weapon as well with the Fell Ruinstone. So things should go fine up there. Yes, I know. I know how Emblem Ike works. I should probably turn those tutorials off. There's the Noah tune. Pop them. Well, we'll turn those off later since I've always had some issues with opening the settings mid-map.
Take this.
It might come in useful. Flashing fist art. Okay, sure. Not that I can use that.
I am ready to serve.
Let's go, clan.
Never underestimate.
Oh, okay, sure, fine. I was hoping for chip damage, but you can get the kill.
Your orders, please.
The bottom group should be
I'm here.
fine. Yeah, Rosato is not helping anywhere. Yunaka thinks she can handle a dragon. Blarg. She doesn't understand the power of dragon. Hand axe, which I do want that. Since giving Amber a 1-2 range attack option would be very nice. Nice dodge, Boucheron. Hiya!
Okay. Bright light.
Gregory's just another axe cav that wants to be a magic unit. Which is sad for him because he could be a pretty good unit otherwise. This game is not running all that smooth. I don't have to do, though. Alright, we can now do rewinds, too, which is very nice. I do appreciate that power greatly. Are you just gonna one-shot? I would appreciate it if you didn't one-shot this guy, please. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Louis is a great unit and a great Jagan. He can set up kills.
My path.
For the divine dragon.
Let's go. Walking on air.
My turn?
Let's go Lolly Chop. Okay, actually, I'm not going to attack. How much damage are you taking? You're taking a lot of damage, too. So I'm going to set up Yunaka and then set up Rosado. Nell is going to help out here. Pop and get Pop.
Done it.
Okay. I will engage here just to see if... No, it doesn't. Okay. We'll just use Elwyn because it's stronger. Oh, good lord.
Looks like
I guess that was a nice job stunting on them, I suppose. Oh. And we'll just set him there. Meanwhile, over here, we've got a couple issues. Nothing too serious, though.
Not bad.
Madeline can take out
you're very good.
these... Madeline can take these enemies out just fine. She's got decent enough defenses. Alright, at this point... Is the Fell Runestone the best weapon to use? No, it isn't. The Fell Waitstone is. We use Fell Waitstone because it is lighter. Blarg. Blarg. Alright. We will simply... Oh, he's going for the break. No!
Was that
Hand axe guy. You suicided. Well, whatever. He can go ahead and try his hand at Bosharon, only to fail miserably. Because Bosharon is the GOAT.
Unacceptable.
But for now... Blarg. Right. Let us... You're gonna take this flyer out. And then we're not gonna have to we're not gonna have to worry about that. Bosharon is going to use Fell Waitstone because it has the best accuracy. We have a dragon, Blarg.
After all.
And then we can have you visit the village. And we get a jab. Okay. Typically, the javelin comes from this village. This also means we aren't getting the gold from the village you normally get. I'll have to make do without it.
Awaiting
It's
orders.
gonna be a little annoying. I'm going to leave Rosado on that to prevent the reinforcement from coming out of it. You're going to set here and give Amber that hand axe. And you're gonna fly over here. He's just gonna be ready to help whenever, in whatever way he needs. Oh, is Gregory dead? No, he shouldn't be. That other lance user shouldn't be able to reach.
I will be a hero.
Okay, Amber.
I won. I won.
That you did. Sure, I'll take Dex defense. HP Dex defense. Yeah. Release the corrupted. Yeah, we just get a small group of enemy reinforcements. I should be able to take them out. How do you do with fire? You're not one rounding.
Still
But with you... Yeah, but I don't have a healer. Bosharon? The Fell Ruin Stone. 8 damage. Okay. First, I'm going to have you take out this guy. Because it is an easy give.
You were a worthy
Goodbye,
opponent.
Fram. It is a shame that such things had to happen. But we will take a godly level up like that. Sacrifice Fram's life for an amazing level up. Gladly. And then Madeline can come in.
How's this for praise?
Oh, she crits.
Defeated.
By the
After
4
all.
winds.
And in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and Astra Storm Rodian. Just to get him moving.
Soon I'll be alone.
Rodine.
by any means necessary.
Which does give a big deal of healing. You'll use the Fell Ruin Stone to bait out the mage. You'll be at the ready to chip if ever needed. And down here, you're simply going to take this guy out.
Yet to be defeated.
Witness my power, Divine One.
And you're just going to wait on here just to be safe. And we're just going to end turn. The map's practically over at this point. Because Rodine is going to start moving, and then I can pick him off. Oh, I accidentally skipped that. But Bosharon won, it seems.
Out of my
Ha.
way, please.
Okay.
Rest easy now.
Gregory will do his job, too.
Here
Oh.
comes Amber.
Let's take the boss out. We'll see if Amber can get a crit here. If not, then we'll just simply give the kill to someone else. Seal his strength. Yeah, you're not doing damage. Yeah, hahaha. Yeah, Marin is just better than Madeline is. No, I'll go ahead and show off Rising Thunder.
There is nothing to fear.
Which simply uses the boom,
I would have
the override animation. But overall, that is the end of that. Thanks. We will end it here. I'll end it in the, yeah, we'll end it here. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into the stream. Thank you all for watching on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing how this goes. I will be doing this every Saturday, or streaming every Saturday. Uploads may be a little inconsistent because I am still learning, but it should be at least once every week. Regardless, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.